All right, if you could introduce yourself, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Christine Beard. I'm a senior here at Purchase in the graphic design major in the visual arts conservatory.
All right, Christine, you are part of a select few students on this campus who LARP. Would you describe LARPing to us?
LARPing stands for live action role playing. So it's kind of like playing an MMO or a tabletop game like Dungeons and Dragons, except instead of sitting at a computer or around a table with a bunch of friends, you actually put on a costume, not too dissimilar than what I'm wearing right now for certain events, and actually go act it out.
All right. And what is the specific LARP that you do called?
I go to a LARP called Night Realms. It's based out of Sparta, New Jersey, and we're a medieval high fantasy setting, so elves and magic and things like that.
All right. How long have you been doing it for?
I'm actually coming up on my second year. I started going January of 2012.
2 years. It's quite a commitment.
It's a lot of fun. It's once a month and it lasts for an entire weekend, and it's just some of the most fun I've ever had.
All right. How did you get into it specifically?
Heard it from a friend who found out at Comic-Con, and he immediately came back and was like, "Oh my god, guys, if you love D&D, you have to come try this thing with me." So a bunch of us did, and we haven't looked back.
A bunch of us. Several friends from campus.
Yes, there's a group of us at Purchase that go. Most of them have made a family. They call themselves the O'Tear clan, and they play Celts, very Scottish Irish influenced.
So even though there are strangers there, sometimes you can go with friends and be in a more familiar setting.
Oh, completely. It's really easy to come in with a group of friends, and then there's someone you know to kind of help you ease into the situation of being at this hugely immersive game where everyone already seems to know each other, and they're throwing around real names and fake names, and it's nice to have people there that can help you out at the beginning.
But if you are alone, what's it like to be a new player?
I won't lie, it can be a little bit daunting. A lot of LARPs will start off with a new player mod, and it's just a way to introduce you. It's how you came into town, and there's usually 3 or 4 players there that'll be there that have done it for or are trained in doing this new player module to help you. Sorry. Trained in doing this new player module that can help you around and point you towards people that will be open and willing and friendly to talk to you.
All right. Describe a little bit of the actual experience of LARPing at the campsite. There are many people dressed up as their characters, role-playing as their characters in outfits. What are the mechanics of it?
You have a character card, and on it says what your character's name is, what your character's race is, and what your character's main class is. So I play Mirwin Silverbow. She's a Quinarian, which is also known as a High Elf. And they're very magically adept. It's their heritage and their backstory. They deal with arcane and this thing called the Weave, which is where magic comes from. So I play her as a mage. Mechanically, that means I have 8 different kinds of magic I can pick from to learn. Technically there's 9, but necromancy is illegal. And for each different kind of magic, there's a different kind of verbal you have to call out. So I'm a warlock. That was my first sphere of magic, was warlockery. So if I want to cast a warlock spell, I have to first say, "From the deepest shadows in the realm of eternal darkness, I cast," and then I name my spell, and I throw a little packet of birdseed that means, "Hey, I just flung a spell at you," and if it hits you, you take the effect.
But it's non-painful, of course, right?
Of course, no. Most of the LARPs, especially if they're buffer LARPs, which means they use fake latex weapons that are squishy, they work on a lightest touch system, so it's not like you're actually trying to take someone's arm off. It's just a tap, just hard enough so they know they got hit.
And the same goes for the weaponry, right?
Yes.
It's made of foam?
Yes, it is made of foam latex. There's usually some kind of stiff core, so they're not like floppy, but there's foam covered in latex or plastic, and they look really nice and really pretty. They're professionally made, and there's all sorts of specialty places you can get them.
You can come in with swords, daggers, axes.
Stabs. There's a girl that carries around a frying pan. So there's anything you can really want done.